Je viens encore ici, je vais vous traiter encore cela. Je serai ici là. Tout à l'heure, hop, tout à l'heure, very soon. Tout le monde va dormir là-bas là. Everybody will sleep like those guys, very soon. Look at this phone. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Je dis de regarder le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Tout le monde, regardez le téléphone là. Oh, regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Tout le monde doit dormir tout à l'heure là, comme les hommes là. Tout le monde doit dormir. Ne ris pas avec moi. Ne ris pas avec moi. Je dis que ne ris pas avec moi. Tout le monde va dormir. Tout le monde va dormir. Tout le monde va dormir. Oh, regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Enlève-moi ton machin là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Voilà. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. J'ai fini d'abord ici là, j'arrive. Fermez les yeux. Close the eyes. Close the eyes. Look guys. I'll mash you. I said I'll mash you. Look at it. Look at it. Look at this bastard. I said close the eyes. Close the eyes. I said idiot. Close the eyes. I said close the eyes. Close the eyes. Close the eyes. Imbécile. Puis la joie. Michel, venez voir ton blanc, monsieur. Look guys. Sleep. 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 Moi, j'ai transmis. Oh. Exercice à l'imitation. Everybody sleep.
Good afternoon, fellow Ambazonians. Hello to you, friends of Ambazonia. They invaded our land, occupy our territory. They rape our sisters, rape our mothers, kill babies, burn grandmothers alive, grandfathers, uncles and aunts, and chased out of their communities. They raised down communities. And when you want to speak out, they call you a terrorist. Cameroon invaded Ambazonia, occupied Ambazonia, committing a genocide, engineering daily massacres across the territory, engineered a scorched earth policy for collective punishment. Children are massacred. Grandmothers are burned alive. Young boys. Businesses are razed down. Communities are razed down. And when you want to speak out, those who invaded the land, those who occupy the land, those who are terrorizing the population will turn around and call you a terrorist. Yesterday, the Ambazonian people woke up and found a lifeless body of the deputy mayor of Bamenda 2. On the side of the road. That is the price. Everyone who's responsible for the genocide on our people, that is the price. Everyone who's responsible for Cameroun's occupation in Ambazonia, that is the price. Everyone who's being paid to act as a colonial administrator of the occupied territory of Ambazonia, that is the price. Everyone who's managing the occupation, that is the price. Everyone who associates with the CPDM genocidal regime will pay for their crimes against the Ambazonian people. That is the price. For the 30-something thousand Ambazonians that have been murdered, killed, raped. These victims, the Ambazonian people, in the absence of a negotiated settlement, in the absence of justice and accountability, natural justice will take its course. And revenge is a form of justice. Over the last 1 week, I've spent my time to focus on a different kind of research, to go deep into sociology, into social biology and psychology, to understand how occupation works and the fundamental driving forces that the occupier uses, their tactics, their methodologies. My fellow people, the way the occupier sees you, their perception of our people, they look at the Ambazonian people as possessions, as people that can be discarded, as people that they can rape, as people that they can kill, as people that they can use, as people that they can commit all sort of crimes, atrocities, as people that they can terrorize. Cameroon's perception of an Ambazonian is that they can discard you. Cameroon's psychology, in terms of what drives Cameroon, its perception, it filters, its model of the world is that of a predator. It's a predatory system they have engineered, created, structured, and set up in Ambazonia. To Cameroon, every Ambazonian must be discarded. to Mr. Biya, to the Cameroon state that has occupied Ambazonia. They look at you as an item, as something that must be discarded. Cameroon doesn't see you as an Ambazonia, as a human being. They only look at you in terms of a human being that needs to be exploited and that needs to be discarded. That's why they kill. That's why they rape. That's why they treat our people that way. To the Cameroun'S and to the Cameroun's colonial system, we are a possession. We are a people they have conquered. They don't value you who you are. They don't look at you as a human being. They don't look at you as someone with value. They look at you as something they can do whatever they want with. Cameroon, when it comes to Ambazonia, there is no rule of law. It's a predatory system. There's no rule of law. There's no regard for children, women, mothers, fathers, grandfathers. There is no distinction. Everyone to Cameroon, every Ambazonian, including babies in the womb, must be discarded. That's why they are committing massacres. The goal is, if they can kill you, rape you, maim you, terrorize you, burn down your house, burn down the entire community, you don't have to speak. If you speak, they kill you. Don't say anything. Shut the fuck up and accept whatever they do to you as that's what you deserve. As that's your destiny. That's Cameroon for you. What you're seeing happening in the territory, or what has been happening in the territory from 2016, it's a system set in place. It's a system that is being put in place. They are after your natural resources. They are after your wealth. They are after your abundance. They are after your riches. That's why you must be discarded so that they can own the land and continue unquestionable exploitation of the resources without any accountability or reciprocity in investment. That's why they treat our women that way. That's why they treat our girls that way. That's why they treat our children that way. So first, we must understand the psychology of the enemy. The social, biological, psychological drives that are controlling their perception, their interpretation, their behaviors, their actions, and their attitude. We must first understand the driving forces behind this hate, behind this disregard, behind this dehumanization behind the genocide, behind the scorched earth policy. We must understand the driving forces. That is the program that Cameroon is using. That is the mental, psychological, physical, biological, social program that Cameroon is using to guide the way they conduct themselves, the way they behave, the way they act, and the way they treat the Ambazonian people. We must understand their goal is to make sure they eliminate every Ambazonian to take over the territory. That's the goal. Because of its wealth. Because of your wealth. Because of your natural resources. So that they don't have to pay you. They don't have to respect you. If they get rid of our people, then there will be no accountability. Then they don't have to answer to anybody. Then they don't have to follow any processes or procedures. That's why they have recruited colonial enablers, managers of the occupation system, to run the affairs of the occupation, to manage the occupation. That's why they have recruited middlemen and women as beneficiaries of the occupation. That's why they come into your community and they select specific families with certain names and they project them as spokesperson, spokesmen, and spokeswomen of the occupation system. Then they reward them with wealth, fame, prestige, and position so that you can respect them. So that you can rely on those people. Those are the faces, the managers, the beneficiaries of the occupation. Fellow Ambazonians, yesterday, while we woke up for morning time with the dead body of the deputy mayor for Bamenda 2 Council. Woke up, Ambazonians, they woke up, they discovered the woman, a dead body, for the streets of Bamenda. For night, according to Cameroon newspaper, according to CRTV, according to the communique with the Cameroon colonial government don't put on for outside, for Saturday night, evening, the woman and all the colonial enablers and beneficiaries of the occupation will be responsible for the genocide on the Ambazonian people. For Saturday night, they don't come out. They don't go gather for go watch a movie of the person where he been at the head of the occultic CPDM party, the chief terrorist. The person will be responsible for engineer, for promote, for champion, and for give the orders for all the carnage we don't take place in Ambazonia. They don't come up for go watch Mr. Pobia, a terrorist movie, where they call it the documentary for the life of Mr. Pobia. According to their communique, the woman no reach house. According to their newspaper, them, and they think that way yesterday, Ambazonia is the one who woke up for morning time. They see that the woman, he died body for the streets of Bamenda. This one, now the price where every man, every woman, every person will be responsible for the management of the occupation, for the management of the genocide, for the management of the scorched earth policy, for the management of the terrorism on the Ambazonian people, for the management of the torture of the Ambazonian people, for the management of the killings of the Ambazonian people, for the management of the maiming of the Ambazonian people, for the management of the raping of the Ambazonian people, for the management of the jailing and incarceration of the Ambazonian people. Every person will be responsible for Cameroun's occupation for Ambazonia. It will pay the same price and it will follow the same fate. These 30,000 something Ambazonians with Cameroun, it don't kill them. All their families, all their relatives, that anger, that pain, that trauma, now you don't become this revenge over this year. The 1,200 Ambazonians, where they don't burn their houses, they burn their communities, the 1,200 villages where they don't burn them. All these thousands of Ambazonians, these victims of Mr. Paul Biya, a genocide, a terrorism, a scorched earth policy, these killings, all these thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Ambazonians, in the absence of international mediation, negotiation, and a political settlement of this conflict, in the absence of accountability, in the absence of the protection of the Ambazonian people, the Ambazonian people, they go follow the process of natural justice, and revenge becomes a form of justice. These thousands of Ambazonians, with that woman and all the other beneficiaries of the occupation, when then they put the Ambazonian people there for this situation of occupation, when then they be responsible for manage this genocide, now then they go out for give the instructions, now then they go out for give the orders, now then they shidon upobia, they tell you say go kill them, go burn houses. Now then they shidon for Bamenda, ulele l'Afrique. They give the orders for the B, for the gendarmes, for the police, for the army. May they rape Ambazonian girls them. May they massacre Ambazonian picking them. May they burn Ambazonian schools. May they burn our people, their businesses. May they burn our communities. These people then, natural justice go take place. So for all Ambazonians, would they don't be traumatized? Would they be victims of this Mr. Biya, a genocide and the terrorism on our people then? What did it happen on the ground? I be don't want one. I don't give una this education. Now a natural tendency for any human being, any people then, where you do them this kind of thing, in the absence of justice, now natural justice, it will become the court. Revenge, it will become the form of justice where these people they need them. Not just a natural human tendency. So every person, you get a family member who is there for the territory, we now a member of the CPDM political party, you be a member, say your name, you be a DO, you be an SDO, you be a government delegate, you be a mayor, you talk to you be a councillor. Ambazonian people will never ever hold election for vote any person for represent them for colonialism, for represent them from a predatory occupation system. No Ambazonian never ever vote them. Now they go put ourselves as impostors because of una langatro, for kill our people them, for una positions, for kill our people them, for una money, for kill our people them, for our own pride, for kill our people them. Una the use our people their pain. Una the burn our people their villages, burn communities, burn houses, so that poor Bia fit keep una for position. Now una be responsible for the occupation. Now una be responsible for the genocide. Now una be responsible for all the Ambazonians who they did for jail. Now una be responsible for it. On behalf of poor Bia. Because now una be the managers of the occupation system. Now una be the managers of the predatory system. Now una di allow them because they put una for front. And Mr. Paul Bia di hide for back. We don't understand human tendencies. More and more. No person be safe for Ambazonia. If you be a member of the CPDM regime, if you be a member, if you be an SDO, you be a DO, you be a mayor, you be a councillor, because the people, they don't vote you. So when you go lie, say, now you represent the people them, and now you be responsible for the genocide, because una need to call una army into order, because una know say now una dey give them those orders. When they kill our people then, no money here from una. Now, because now una be responsible. So you know if you go give an order for the B, for the army, for the police, for the gendarme, may they go kill people then. And then you go come out again, you can't talk, say, you can't condemn them. That's why we now go pay the price. Because the victim, they go take this vexation, they go hunt una. In the absence of a negotiated settlement, every member of the CPDM party will go down. In the absence of a negotiated settlement, if una talk say Ambazonians, they must die. Those Ambazonians and their families too, they go carry revenge on una. As part of natural justice. Now the thing that will happen on the ground. Because for Ambazonia to be free, the Ambazonian people must understand. The Ambazonia must drain the swamp of the occupation. For Ambazonia to be free, Bia not care about the bees, because the bees they did enough to protect the occupation system. So it be counterproductive for focus on a military strategy. It be counterproductive for focus on the military, on the bee, on the gendarme and the police. Go after the people they be after the genocide. Go after the people that then they manage the genocide. Go after the people that then they manage the occupation. Go after the impostors, the enablers, the beneficiaries of the system, the people where they keep the system running. The people that they use, the Ambazonian people, their blood for political, financial, economic, social, fame transaction. Now the faces of the brutality that. So for all these victims, we will not create them across the territory. For the 700 and something thousand Ambazonians, we will not make them a standard stay for bush. Why Ambazonians will stay for bush and we will stay for our own houses? Why will not go burn 1,200 villages and you think that you can't stay safe from inside the Ambazonia, inside Ambazonia? Think about it. You kill them, kill their picking them, rape their picking them, burn their businesses, and you think say you can't live in peace and safe for that same place? Revenge, it go clean the territory. Revenge from every Ambazonian, every family, we don't suffer from this Bia genocide. Now the revenge action in this way when I see them. I don't tell una many times about how human beings that they behave and the consequences of Bia's occupation from the Ambazonian people then. Now just the beginning this. Wait till happen for Marché Central. All the fire we una see it happen for La République. Now the payback of these thousands of Ambazonians, when Mr. Biya don't destroy their houses, burn their communities, chase them all out, make them become homeless people then, displaced people then. And you think they say you go live in peace? Now what did it happen that? Now a natural human response. Now listen. Now a very natural human response. Go do the research. You go come to the same conclusion. So when we see fire don dey comot for inside Marché Central for Yaoundé, na part of the natural human response when you don't victimize the people then. Who say you think say you go stay in peace? Cameroon no go ever get peace until they end their occupation of Ambazonia. The development no go be for Cameroon because of these hundreds of thousands of Ambazonians who don't destroy their lives. Now, a natural human tendency, all these millions of Ambazonians, they go exact revenge for seek justice for the Cameroon occupation state, it don't do among our people then. For the CPDM fascist terrorist regime, it don't do for our people then. That's just a natural human response when people don't be victimized to this extent. What happened for Bamenda yesterday, not just the beginning of the process where you go see these millions of Ambazonians. They go after the real target, the real people them. When I did not put our families, our people them for this situation. When I did not put the territory for this situation. When I then be responsible for the pain. When I will see more and more and more of this across the territory. Not just a natural human response. The Ambazonian people them, they will go after the targets, the people them, will they be responsible for the pain with the Ambazonian people that they face. The beneficiaries of the occupation, the agents of colonialism, the agents of occupation, the agents of this predatory system, the agents of this exploitative system. When I go see more Ambazonians, all these victims across the territory, when I go to see the price with these colonial enablers and the beneficiaries of the occupation, the price that they go pay for Ambazonia, it no go be easy. The natural human response. For the Ambazonian people then, you will see Ambazonia, they go rise up for reclaim their own dignity, for reassert their own dignity, for reassert their own right, for live, for exist and for survive. You will see Ambazonians, they go after all of these people then for clean the Ambazonian territory from this predatory system. You go see Ambazonians, they go rise to the occasion for take back the control of their lives and for purge our society from this evil where these people they implant for our land. The one way they talk to me where people not live. The one way they be responsible for Mami Api die, for Sam Sawyer, for baby Martha, for baby Caro. The one they be responsible. What Timancho BBC they do for jail. And you, the beneficiaries of the occupation, when I did for outside. What the pen they do for jail. And you, the beneficiary of the occupation, you did for outside. What the tax sang they do for jail. What the beneficiaries of the occupation they do for outside. The one who they don't commit massacres. They kill 30-something thousand. And then they will turn around the corner, you, the Ambazonian man, Ambazonian papa, Ambazonian mommy. Now you, they will turn around for call you a terrorist. It no go happen again. It no go happen again. It not going to happen again. These people must leave our land. All of these people, if they not leave our land, they will face natural justice, not just a normal human response. The victims, they will carry out revenge action as a form of justice. All these thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of victims, they will carry out daily revenge action as a form of justice. We must clean our land from this poison. We must drain Ambazonia. We must clean the land from this poison of Cameroun's occupation. La République must leave Ambazonia. Yesterday, the Vice President of Ambazonia Governing Council, he put out a message for inform all Ambazonians. Say from the end of this month until further notice, the council, it don't tell the Ambazonian people, the forces on the ground, that they inform Ambazonians, say all the roads where they connect Ambazonia and La République, they will be ghosted. They road them, the highways and the road them, where they connect Ambazonia and La République from the end of this month. They will be totally ghosted. They will be totally ghosted. Movement. There will be no movement. Movement no will be between Ambazonia and Cameroon from the end of this month until further notice. Zero movement. Even for food, movement no will be. Even on top Okada, movement no will be. Even you turn yourself like Nyamangoro and you crawl try for cross. That one no will happen. So if you be Okada person, no movement between Ambazonia and La République. If you command La République, no movement between Cameroon and Ambazonia, because the road, the borders between Ambazonia and Cameroon, they could be totally ghosted from the end of the month until further notice. The Vice President and the forces, they advise all Ambazonians, all trading, make it take place internally between Ambazonia, amongst Ambazonia. Cameroon, it don't make the cost of living from Ambazonia, make it go up, 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 up. The Vice President, the Council, and the forces, they try to bring down, to do their best to bring down the cost of living for inside the Ambazonia territory and for protect the Ambazonian people then from hyperinflation where Cameroon it don't engineer them. The Cameroon government it try for commit massacres. It try for kill market women. It try for kill people the way they enter inside motor. The Cameroon bees, this decision now for protect the Ambazonian people then from the killings where Cameroon want cause them. The Cameroon government, it want kill hundreds of Ambazonians. Hundreds of Ambazonians. For blame them on the Ambazonian people then. For blame them on the Ambazonian people then. Because Cameroon will not be ready for negotiate. Cameroon will not be ready for dialogue. Cameroon will not be ready for negotiate. Cameroon will not be ready for a peaceful political settlement of this conflict. Cameroon not be ready. Ngongo, he go for Norway. He tell the Norwegian government about 3 months ago, the faction of the Biya government will be controlled by Ngongo. They travel to Norway. They tell the Norwegian government and the Canadian government, say they not be interested for any negotiation. Their goal now for finish the war through military means. Their goal now for commit as many massacres, kill as many Ambazonians as possible. And they tell Norway and Canada, saying that they are positioned that they must clean everything from Ambazonia. When I remember what I explained for una, if some person look at you like something with the feed, they look at you like you not be a human being, why they will can't negotiate with you? They not see you as a person. They not see you as a human being where they value you. They not see you as people. They not see we as people with human value. They not see you as people where they be qualified for being called people. That's why no one can negotiate with we. That's why they use the tactics for recruit new set of enablers for diaspora. They already get the one for ground. That's why, as Uncle Larry don't tell you now, they don't go after all the longer throat. The one they be one use the liberation. But tell you say they fight for una. Cameroon don't go use them. They don't settle them. Don't settle everybody. Don't settle everybody. That's why they go for Norway and for Canada. Tell them say they don't already finish the political settlement in terms of buy all the people there. So make you understand. We must protect our people then. We must protect their dignity. We must safeguard their lives, and we must protect their future. No try. Save your life. Save your mommy life. Save your uncle life. Save your life. Cameroon not be able to protect the woman, the deputy mayor. What about you? Will you be just a normal person where Cameroon they try for discard you? Now you they can protect you. Not try for cross for say you want to leave Ambazonia, you travel to Cameroon. And not try for talk say you want to leave Cameroon, you come back, you want to travel to Ambazonia. We'll not get a few more days for do any traveling between Ambazonia and Cameroon. From the end of the month, the midnight of the end of the month, the border they be completely ghosted. Now constant battleground. The borders they be completely ghosted. You want pass. When gone, fight, it come up. You get caught up in the crossfire. Now you go explain them for God why you fail for listen for common advice for protect you. Protect yourself. Keep yourself safe. This information now for help you protect yourself and for preserve your life. We value your life. We honor you. We love you. We want to make you live. That's why we can't give you the information in advance. Protect yourself. Love yourself enough. Honor yourself enough. God wants to make you see freedom and you live a good life. And the same thing want for you. So be patient until further notice. No traveling to La République and no traveling from La République to Ambazonia from the end of this month. At the law of the land, save your life. Be smart. Be safe. And the message that we'll talk again for tomorrow.
Est-ce qu'ils ont l'eau?
Au marché central, au niveau de Niki.
C'est un bâtiment. Est-ce qu'ils ont l'eau?
Au marché central, au niveau de Niki.
C'est un bâtiment. Est-ce qu'ils ont l'eau?
Au marché central, au niveau de Niki.
I told you before, when the time comes, they will come to us. And I remind you, I know my national security advisor always reminds me I shouldn't utter certain words, but I say them so you don't forget. Because I know they are trying to take me down. But even if I'm not around, don't forget. You don't owe them child support. Don't forget the crimes they've committed against us. We, this generation, will defeat Cameroon in battle. They said they could fight. They said they had trained bees. They had United States provided tanks and warplanes. We want them to fight. We invite them to fight. We invite them to fight. Where them they? When you look at the pictures on the left, you see Siseko, Ayuk, Tabe, and others. We have more than 3,000 Ambazonians locked up in the prisons of Cameroon. The shame of Africa is not only because we sat and watched our heroes murdered, it's because we collaborated with those who killed our own warriors, the Thomas Sankaras, the Patrice Lumumbas. And that Nigeria could collaborate with the tyranny of Cameroon to kidnap our own leaders, transport them to Yaoundé, kept them incommunicado for more than a year, tortured them psychologically, brought a lot of pain on their family, put them through a kangaroo trial in the night, sentenced them to life in jail. It's a slap on the face of every living Ambazonian. That is why we have said we must match Cameroon method for method. Fight them in every inch of our homeland, because they don't understand dialogue. They don't understand negotiations, because the weapons they deploy in the occupation of our homeland is that of brute force. In the past years, we put in place a well-refined strategy, because we realized occupation was predicated on political governance without your consent. We realized occupation was predicated on economic exploitation. That is why we taught our defense forces to shatter the myth around Cameroon's invincibility, because Cameroon believed it was powerful to subdue us for more than 50 years, and it will be able to subdue us for the next 50 years. We shattered their invincibility When they declared war on us, we took the war to them. We fought them block by block, inch by inch, rooftop by rooftop, backside by backside. We made them to understand this generation is not the generation you can mess up with. That we have studied the occupier and we understand them. And we aren't gonna blink until the last forces of Cameroon are bundled out of our homeland. And we aren't gonna forgive and forget. We aren't gonna forgive and forget. There will be accountability, and we will hold all those murderers and rapists and bring them to justice. And I have made a solemn promise to our people. Even if Mr. Biya dies, we will search for his grave, exhume his body, bring his bones to our court, and try him for murder and genocide against our people. This is not the generation that will forgive and forget. All of our resources that have been stolen, we will search for them and bring them back in our homeland to give our people a fair shot in this world.
Le destin présidentiel se dessine peu à peu avec sa nomination comme Premier ministre d'Amadou Idjo. Il est le successeur constitutionnel.
In the history of La République du Cameroun, two men have held the nation hostage at gunpoint, Ahidjo and Paul Biya. This is a story of Paul Biya versus Ambazonia. His entire life, Biya has believed he is untouchable, that no one or group of people can dare hold him accountable. He murders, loots treasuries, exiled opponents, jail others and bribe the rest into surrender. He murdered his wife and killed the husband of the current wife. He has murdered Ambazonians who rose up. He killed baby Martha, burned Mami Api in a house. He butchered Sansoya and got his head chopped off. He burned thousands of Ambazonian homes and villages, drove millions from their homes and turned them into IDPs and refugees. He murdered children in Gabo on Valentine's Day. All those he couldn't kill, he locked them up. Some who escaped were kidnapped from abroad and brought back to Cameroon. This is the story of a lifetime of a cheap murderer and a war criminal who has survived every opposition until the Ambazonian people rose up.
Have you heard of Ambazonia?
We now have an army determined against all odds to defend the land. An army which is armed, disciplined, and equipped to stop this war criminal from escaping justice again. And most importantly, a nationalist, no blinking, uncompromising leader who stands up to bullies, murderers, looters, and cheats.
All what it takes.
If we fail, Cameroon has promised to put every Ambazonian in a concentration camp, kill all those in jail, and make everyone else work in CDC plantations as slaves. We, the Ambazonian people, have the powers to render our verdict on Biya. We are his nightmare. Stand with Ambazonia.
Then let the IDPs who've been suffering get schools reopened completely and to get our suffering people back into a life of normalcy.